And we're here. Could you at the server for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Kill that thing with hammers.
I still love how Wagner is still your profile picture.
Maybe I should change it to DCAA. What do we think?
Nah, it's too iconic. Your whole channel is not DCAA. You would have renamed it that.
That's true.
Unless you want to stop streaming other content. You know, you can't just typecast you anymore. You know what I mean? You have to have that variety. God, I hate fantasy hockey.
You're getting cooked this week.
Yeah. One week my team will put up the least amount of points. The next week we put up the most. So, but you know what? You're beating someone in my division, so I'm happy. Telling you, I'm making a championship this year because I know my team is going to upset someone if I make it. I know my team, and they're just gonna lay the biggest egg ever. Big Sur's probably winning it. I know it's off topic, but you know these are real conversations with real men. We discuss our failures. I'm not playing jobbers. I am the jobber. I don't think no one from that division deserves to make the playoffs, but you know what? That's the sanctity of the league. The East and West has to have one representative.
I walked so Braden could run. I was the lone rep of my division last year, and I won the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm just copying it slow.
The 4 teams better than me are all in my own division. Hate to see it. He'll put up 25 and 15. Sam's sounding like Yoni right now, fantasizing about what his players are gonna do. I hope everyone's ready to pick conference tournament winners here in a couple
Yes,
hours.
Samuel is here. Yes.
Alright, so we got Polk and Sam. I'm gonna wait till the 5-minute mark in the stream, and we'll get started.
Your priorities be Big Sur. My priority is to just win my division. That's the only way I would ever make playoffs with this roster.
My priority is to
Have
finish
fun.
above 500. I'm not making the playoffs in this division.
I gotta figure out some trades to make. I finally fixed the goaltending situation. I'm just telling you, the league would have been different if we kept goaltending the old way. People don't have fear no more. Nick has no more fear no more goaltenders. Fear is what made this league.
Fear built this league.
I need someone having a fear like, man, either this goaltender's gonna boom for me in the championship game or they're gonna bust for me. There's no fear. Now I could be like, oh, I could just throw that dude out there and no repercussions.
Alright, 5-minute mark. rolling with 5 viewers. Is what it is.
Man, let's get going.
I
No
know
more.
some people are watching college football, so. But the show must go
Which is
on.
probably Corey.
We can watch it back at VOD. It's all good.
Let's roll, Shane. Let's roll.
All right, January and February. Getting to the end of the regular season at the end of this stream. So this is where we left off. Do we have any predictions for the second half of this year?
I think Loyola Chicago goes up to number 10.
Number 10. You think they go unbeaten?
I think they go unbeaten. I think they will get one upset towards the end, but I think they're gonna move up in the next few weeks.
Okay.
Bradford could reach as high as 20, and then probably drop one.
Oh, Heel's here, just in time.
Alabama and Kansas will be unranked. I predict Wisconsin getting upset. Just don't know when. I just see it. West Virginia will fall. They will drop one game.
Okay. Anyone else
That's my
got
predictions.
any predictions for the second half before we actually get into it? This is gonna move pretty fast, so this stream is probably gonna be much shorter than the first.
Cal will fire the head coach because he's incompetent and he has not appeared vigilant with his team.
I do think Loyola is legit. Although the A10 does have some good teams, so going undefeated might be difficult. Would you like to know, weather boy? That's crazy. Alright, we're just gonna get into it. First game, second half of the year, we're gonna go to New Haven, Connecticut, where Yale, they're ranked, but they're gonna get tripped up by another team that's having a low-key really good season.
Honestly, that's actually a damn good matchup. It's not a bad loss for you, but it's going to hurt them as a small school. You know how the committee is.
The Lipscomb Bisons, BJ Wells and Jedi Stones led the way for them. Bo Long was the leading scorer for Yale. Good road win for the Bison. I don't know if they'd be getting any buzz to get ranked here soon. It's a good win for them. I had to spotlight this one. Okay, Sam. Oh, I see we have 8 viewers now. Who's all in here? It only tells me Heel and Polk are in here. That's just a lie. Alright, next game.
Sam's not real, so that's why he doesn't appear.
We're gonna check in on Loyola. They're staying good. Oh, didn't mean to right click. Oh no, hold up. No, I can't go back. Never mind. We're just scrolling through these.
That's it. Yeah, I was gonna end up.
I can do that.
I'm telling you.
We saw the results, but Lake and Hunter did good. Brian Showalter. But they're 16-0. Anyway, this game, West Virginia, keeping it going. They're 6-0 in Big 12. Trenton Dirksen is such a stat stuffer, bro. His stat lines are so balanced. Yeah, I don't know. They get a lot of love in these polls, but they just have not been winning. That's the problem. Yeah, they've been number 1 for a couple weeks. They're one of like 3 unbeatens left. Do we still believe West Virginia is gonna fall? You still counting on that?
I think they're gonna slip up. A perfect season is almost unattainable.
Especially
you
in
have
the
to be
Big
like
12.
generational.
All right, and then we got MSU getting absolutely throttled at Chrysler Center. I know Braden has been preying on MSU's downfall.
Good.
Good. I prayed for this day. Michigan has been playing very good ball recently. They're on like a however long their win streak is, probably like 7. They've looked pretty dominant so far. I don't know how long they're gonna keep that up. And we got this one, pretty blowout. What happened, Purdue? Losing to Oregon? The frauds themselves? I'm kind of with Nick on Oregon being kind of fake. I don't know, they just 3-3 is really mid. This is a good win though. I'll give them credit here. The upset, yeah. But when the high ranked team loses to low ranked team, I spotlight it because it means there's gonna be a shakeup.
DCAA engine.
Feels like an actual crazy upset though.
That's actually disappointing.
Northwestern gets their first Big Ten win of the season against in-state rival Illinois in Champaign.
They will not be drinking champagne. That's what I'm.
The Fighting Illini down bad. Yassine Hoffman and Ryland Price led the way for Northwestern. That's just a pretty bad loss. Illinois are cooked. They very well be. Might very well be. Then we got this. Oh my god, dude. If Brian was in here, Kentucky getting absolutely blown out again. Like the second time this year, they've gotten absolutely throttled on the road. Half of Auburn's scoring came from their bench.
I don't know how you can fix that if you're Kentucky. You're supposed to be blue blood.
Also, I think Auburn might just be really good.
It could be both, but Kentucky doesn't lose like that.
I had to spotlight how many bench points they had. It was very balanced. They probably cleared the benches with like 8 minutes to go or something.
Team basketball. It's a beautiful thing.
And our last game, I'm pretty sure this is the last one I have for this week. We're spotlighting one of the unbeatens going down.
Yes! Western Carolina, always one of my favorite schools growing up when it came to the NCAA games. Bro, the Catamounts, bro. It's just a great nickname.
Chattanooga takes their first L of the season. They were 14-0 going into this game. Dwayne Pham and Skylar Musili led the way for WCU. Martin Hagel had a pretty good game, 16-7-4. Steals is really good, but Western Carolina pulls the upset on the road by 1 point. Oh my. And that's the end of this week. And here's where we stand now. Houston and Michigan State drop. Purdue and Illinois drop less than I would think they would. Especially Illinois. I mean, Purdue is a little more understandable. And as you can see, Vanderbilt and Butler are now top 25? How do we feel about this?
Loyola Chicago didn't even go up 1. I hate this.
They don't want to see the mid-majors succeed.
Bradford moving on up. Michigan State, they just won't let them go. They won't let them go, man.
And Yale predictably dropped out.
Illinois only down 3. Houston's gonna be on it out soon.
I would have punished them quite a bit more than that. Losing to Northwest, that's a bad loss, especially at home too.
Houston. Look at how Houston's still staying around. That's crazy.
All right. We got a top 10 matchup to open this week, and Pitt defends home court with a big win over number 2 Virginia.
Preston Burrows.
Jamar Mason had a really good game, but Pitt was very ready for this. And not so much an upset. Honestly, anything top 10, I don't really view it as an upset, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not really upset, but
yeah, I mean,
it was
you
an
can call
asset.
it that if you like, based on the rankings, but I mean, they're both very similar caliber teams. Burrows and Reed. Reed had a really good game on the glass and in the paint in general. 13 boards and 5 blocks. Pittsburgh gets a big 15-point dub at home, and they move into second place in the ACC behind Duke. And then we just got a random cavalcade of games here that I thought were interesting. Wanted to point them out. Yeah, MSU might be cooked. Also, Northwestern strikes
State.
again.
Oh, Butler just got ranked. Northwestern, are they hitting form?
Vanderbilt gets ranked and immediately just gets blown out by Ole Miss.
Good Iowa, good Iowa.
Kansas, man, they are down bad. 2-5. Arizona State took care of them easily in Tempe. Okie State was not ready for Arizona. And somebody tell Spoon Iowa did a thing. Even though I think MSU might just be soft as baby shit, but tell Spoon that his team did a thing. That they did good.
Saved my life. Now we just gotta keep this up to where Michigan State misses the tournament.
Iron Bowl in basketball. And Tuscaloosa was not kind to the Auburn Tigers. Alabama gets a big win.
As soon as I was willing to count Bama out and judge them for still staying in the top 25, they'd do this.
Ty Alexander and Bogdan Markovi led the way for the Crimson Tide. 37 points between them. Got half their production. It's not a good game for Auburn. Very uncharacteristic. They've been very solid most games. You wouldn't shoot me, pussy. You're soft as baby shit. It's a great clip. Oh! Brayden, it happened.
The Utes!
Utah. They break West Virginia's perfect season in Salt Lake City.
I told you. It's not hating. It's
John
just
Walters,
it's very
Clayton Perkins.
unsustainable.
Trenton Dirksen
It's
is
just
still
hard.
him, bro. Oh my God, 24, 10, and 5.
Who do you think's gonna be new? I can see West Virginia maybe falling to 2, 3, like one of those two spots. Like they lost to a good team, good program, only by 4 points. Like I don't think they should be punished that harshly though.
Yo, Penn State again. Yo, why is Penn State at home like kind of demons? What the hell? This is for their second big upset they pulled at home.
Upsets really do happen in this game.
Yeah, they do. That's why March Madness might be kind of crazy. They're set that their 2 Big Ten wins have both been at home against ranked teams in pretty dominant fashion. Michigan was not really close to winning this. Tough for them. Only a second loss on the year, though. Maybe it's a flash in the pan. I'd lean more towards it being a flash in a pan. I think Michigan's been good more often than not. It's not like Michigan State where they just seem they're like barely winning games against pretty bad teams. I could be wrong though. And we got another big matchup in the Big Ten, and hey, watch out! But USC is they are surging, beating Purdue at Mackey Arena. What do we think about this one?
USC surviving the.
I
Big
remember.
Ten.
I remember
That's a
when
good
Braden
result.
said USC was not gonna. They were gonna disappoint. They proved you wrong. How do you feel about that?
I'm glad I could be their motivator.
8-0 in the Big Ten. Good for them. Shea Willenbrink, Anthony McKinder. Not a ton of scoring in this game. It was pretty spread out. Kraken Giles was the leading scorer for Purdue. Eddie Wiggins was shut down somehow. Very good effort by USC. I know Lucas is gonna like to see this shout out. Arkansas is also a team I just don't really trust. That's tough. Garrett Kolensky's good, but I just don't really trust the rest of their team. Ole Miss is 6-2 in the SEC. I didn't really expect that, to be honest. Really great game by Dusan Stojanovic, by the way. If we can just shout that out. 27, 5, and 7. And that's the last game I have for that week. So here's the new top 25. We got some movement here.
Yeah, let me see. BYU, no.
11
Get
and
them out of
7.
here. Look at Loyola Chicago, bro. Shane, they're only 4 spots away. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I see 10, but they don't respect them.
UConn moved up a bunch. Alabama got a lot of respect for that win over Auburn.
How do you feel about Radford still staying around? Tech.
Virginia Tech has moved in. Creighton has moved in.
Rakeem Savage Sr.
Creighton
I'm
and
hearing
Virginia
that,
Tech are always just tied at the hip, it seems.
I'm hearing that Virginia Tech might bring in some big players.
How do we feel about the top 5? Duke is back up to number 1. Arizona State is number 2. Wisconsin number 3. They move West Virginia down to 4.
A lot of ACC bias going on here. I think West Virginia got punished hard.
Virginia drops down to 5 for their loss.
Can I ban someone in chat? Let me see. Can I ban Sammy? No, I cannot.
Sam just
Can I report? Hateful conduct, terrorism. Yeah, I'm reporting Samuel. Yep.
Oregon barely holding on. They're number 25 now. Whew. All right. First game of next week is oh man, Virginia. Uh-oh.
Hey, the Wolfpack, best team in North Carolina.
Uh-oh. Don't go saying that. Especially not
What
with
are
Heel here.
they gonna do? Shoot me?
Caden Marks had a crazy game, but NC State a little better. Get a big road win. Virginia down to 6-3 in the ACC. Or would you be
honest,
panicking a little bit?
After this, I'm curious to see standings looking like. We have 6-3. We have 5-4. I think it's gonna be very closely contested. Like in the middle of the pack, the mid table.
It was an immediate test for the Hokies, and they didn't pass. Duke was ready.
They're not ready yet. Like, respect. Like, Raheem Savage Sr., he's got them to this point. He's building the program. But it's the number one team in the country. Multiple decade-long dynasty.
I know,
You
I
can't
know,
hate them.
I know Heel's hating these results right now.
But 7-2, that's...
Watching NC State and Duke win games. Not good for business. All right, next game. Big time battle in the state of Arizona. It lived up to the billing. The Wildcats get it done in Tempe. A titanic clash here in the Big 12.
Sun Devils might fall down to 4, but I don't know. West Virginia was punished, but so this is probably one of the best games of the season. Those rivalries are made for.
Jonah Hardison was the leader for the Wildcats. 22-5-7, really good game for him. Lane Stuber led the way for ASU. 17-7-5, really good game all around. Sucks that the team had to lose. Arizona State loses their first game, and I think they're on like a 14-game win streak at this time. Finally get snapped. And we got another. We got a pretty big upset here. I call it an upset.
No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Now watch them knock them out. Watch them take them out the top 25. I swear to God. Man.
They don't respect the A10.
I was so close.
Marco
They
Keller.
were so close. 20-0. Oh, it's too good to be true. The last undefeated.
That's the last undefeated.
You don't understand my heartbreak.
I would have been very interested to see how high they could have gotten ranked if they did stay unbeaten. They're definitely going to get hit for sure. Marco Keller. Oh, man. Virginia Tech wasn't ready, but Clemson sure as hell was. Down goes number 1.
Oh, damn. The South Carolina team beat a North Carolina team.
Clemson just got crazy shooting performance from Quan White, Carlos
But
Cundiff.
March Madness is going to go crazy.
Yeah, it will.
Is there really this many upsets in real life? Because right now, I'm entertained.
Julio Edmond, 17-9-6. Good performance for him. Clemson just shot the lights out. That's what happened here. I don't know if Clemson's gonna have to keep winning if they want to make the tournament. This record looking a little mid. Uh-oh. Is Kansas back? West Virginia in trouble? What do we think?
Nick just dropped down to his knees in a
Walmart.
Tim Hortons.
In a Tim Hortons. Gotta make it Canadian.
I had to. Respectable, I do my research over here.
So West Virginia takes another L. Kansas recovered from a 2-5 start in conference. They're back up to 500. Okay. Basil Bovin and Jarrell Gaines had good games for the Jayhawks. Just not good offense from the Mountaineers. Have they been figured out? Or is this just a rough patch for them? Oh, woof. Oh no, Michigan, they might be fake. They might have been discovered. Losing to Rutgers? Oh God. Not like this. Rutgers is like actually bad. That's a bad loss.
What would you have done if you watched this in person? Or just watched this live, Shane? What would you have done as a Michigan fan?
I'd have been kind of disgusted, not gonna lie.
That's it. Just disgusted. No throwing around. No going straight to Twitter.
I'm
voicing your frustration.
It was a close game, so they probably lost at the very end. I probably would have like turned off the game and just
sad silence.
Probably just just sat in silence for a bit.
Hands just in a lab, just twiddling, just
Oh
contemplating
yeah,
life. Like,
shout
man,
out the KI Villa. He's a custom from MML. He's on Rutgers. He had a decent game. Mark Ellenby was good for
I
Michigan.
do
No one else
wonder.
was.
Can you make transfer? Can you have transfers in this?
I can't really control it though, which
Ah,
is
okay,
kind
okay,
of an
okay.
issue.
Because I was gonna be like, if you could do transfers, oh, NIL would go crazy.
And that's the end of the week. And we have another new #1 team. I know Corey's gonna like this. Wisconsin #1 in the nation. Auburn moves all the way back up to 2. Oh my. USC is up
Okay,
to
Chicago
5.
didn't get punished that much. Chicago didn't get punished that much. Creighton just keeps on moving up. Radford went down. Did Radford drop a game?
They did, but they somehow didn't fall out. I was very shocked by that.
Huh? They might actually respect them more than Loyola Chicago.
BYU is number
Purdue still
20.
sticking around. BYU disgusting at 12-8. In my sport, they should not be that high up.
Utah's top 25 now.
Arizona State, a little punished.
West Virginia falls to 7.
Sam is a big USC fan.
Kansas claws their way back up to 13. Kentucky's 15 quietly. No one's talking about them. Oh man. ASU, you good?
Gauntlet.
Big 12 is just tough. I think that's what's going on here.
It's a basketball conference. The best in the country.
Mustafa Lopez
Many
and
would
Gil
say.
Harrison. Lincoln Silker led the way for the Sun Devils. Close game. That's tough. I don't know how much they're gonna get. I don't know how much they're gonna get punished though. Like Arizona State's body of work has been so good, and this is like not some bad loss, honestly. But Kansas State's not great, but they're not shit. All right, next game. Going to the Big East. Creighton's win streak is snapped by the Huskies.
Respect the Big East.
Patrick Catanzano, another really good game for him. Solomon Fennessy was decent. Sean Harpham led the way for the Blue Jays, but they fall 3 points short at home against UConn, who looks to be the best team in the Big East this year. And we're going on to the big time matchup in the Big Ten, top 10 game. And USC, they keep winning, man. They look good. Beat a good UCLA team. 11-0 in Big Ten. USC and Wisconsin are at the top. When they eventually play, that's going to be a big game. Odafe Wowiwode and Braxton Galvin were the leading scorers for USC. Calvin Lavitan, 20 and 8 for UCLA, but USC won pretty convincingly here. Samuel Glaze era. Oh, woof. Wow, this is an ugly ass game. What happened to Pitt, bro? 42 points. That's like a disaster game.
Yeah, man.
Doug Rosehurst was their leading scorer with 12, 3, and 5. Yee. How much do they get punished for this one?
I see them falling to 16. They're going to get punished, but still be top 25.
Oh, hey, speaking of the game I was talking about, top 5 matchup in the Big Ten for first place. In Wisconsin, they get it done. USC drops their first game in a long time.
Is Wisconsin just real?
I think Wisconsin is very real. 21-1, 12-0 in Big Ten. They lost their opening game to New Mexico, and they have been perfect since. 21 straight wins. Warren Mack and Joel Litsky both had 13 points. Khalil Caswell had the most points for the Trojans. They lose it by 7 in LA. The championship runs through Albuquerque. It very well may. And that is the end of the week here. New top 25 for you guys. I see some interesting movement.
McNeese. Louisiana representation. Sam doesn't respect
The
other
Badgers will win it all.
Louisiana schools.
Ole Miss
Let's see.
shooting up
Michigan.
17.
Why won't Michigan State just be gone?
USC dropped
Loyola
to 10.
Chicago dropped another.
They lost to
Radford
they
is-
lost to Davidson. I don't want to
Radford's
highlight it though.
officially out.
BYU is still in the top 25 at 13-9.
BYU Michigan State is just disgusting.
Syracuse is in the top 25. They've been surging. Utah moves up to 19.
Ole Miss is up there now. McNeese State, we gotta root for the little guys. Because, Sam's about the capitalism. He doesn't want to see the little guys win.
Kansas is up to number 8. They've been winning a lot recently. Very interesting. The top 4 stays the same. Alright, moving on. We're just going to get quick. This is like the only slide. Just a random bunch of games I thought were cool. West Virginia, they are having problems. They were 17-0. They are 2-4 since then.
They got hit once and it's over. Duke barely survives SMU. BYU gets it back in blood against their own rival in Utah.
The Holy War. Wisconsin absolutely throttles UCLA.
Louisville kills Pittsburgh. When Pittsburgh loses, they lose like bad.
And Ole Miss gets a pretty good win against Alabama. Hey, Wisconsin and Duke were not upsets. I don't want to hear it, Sam. Alright, that's the only slide I had for that week. Week 14, what do we see here? What are we thinking? Oh, they dropped McNeese out. They didn't lose a game, by the way. That's not what happened there. They just dropped them out. West Virginia just on a slow decline.
Hey,
just now left
Chicago
the top 10.
stays. McNeese, no. Gonzaga's back. Okie State's back.
BYU 20.
Duke is creeping up.
Michigan and USC. UConn's top 10, no? Illinois back up to 12. Alabama dropped to 13 with that loss. Oh, my music stopped. Uh-oh. We'll get through the rest of these quickly. Yeah, big upset here. Yo, Louisville? Louisville's back. They were left for dead after the first few weeks when they just looked kind of shit.
Do you think they're a tournament team with the resume?
Probably like a... Honestly, right now, like the way it's looking, I'd say
11
probably
seed?
like a 9, 10, 11 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Good win for them at home, though. Anders Rolofsson and Zach Sutton both had 20. Francis Nelson at 29-12, but Duke falls on the road. Second ACC loss for them. It keeps getting worse for West Virginia. It's bad in Morgantown. Trenton Derrickson's still balling out, but they're losing. The downfall. Oh
It felt
God.
like they lost. It felt like they've lost like 5 in a row. It's just been bad.
Arizona
Like
State.
bad.
Arizona State needed this win pretty badly though. They needed to get off the schneid a bit. Lane Stuber, 25-3-3. Next game. Oh hey, Houston did a thing. They did a really impressive thing. Holy shit.
Oh my god. They beat the number 14 in the ass whooping almost a 30-point.
Are they back? Is Houston back? Could they sneak into the tournament if they finish the season well? That's really good for the resume, I'm just saying. I mean, if they finish like 16-14, I'd say probably not, but ooh, another upset. I'd consider this one pretty big, honestly. St. John's has been mid since they started conference play. That's a good win for them, though. They're still probably gonna have to win their conference to make the tournament, though. 7-7, not gonna cut it. Alton Obar, 28-4, really good game for him. All right, and then we got a top 10 matchup. Michigan, man, they struggle when they have to go on the road. I don't think they've lost at home yet this season. USC gets them in LA. Braxton Galvin, Khalil Caswell led the way for the Trojans. Mark Allenby had another good game, but not even really all that close. 15-point win for the Trojans. Then we got another upset. I mean, I feel like Arkansas just be dropping games, bro. Mississippi State gets them this time. Who was low key having a pretty solid season, 9-5 in
9 to
SEC.
5. Similar record to the Razorbacks, so.
Garrett Kalinsky is their best player, but he is not. He can't do
In
it all.
other news, it's still 3-3 in the college football playoff game.
That's epic. Wow. Damn, Ole Miss, y'all won this many games just to lose this one? Not even just lose, like y'all got cooked. Against a bad LSU team. Shout out Dante Bridges though, he's a custom. He had a good game. Just kind of a no-show for the Rebels defensively. All right, end of that week. We got I think 2 more weeks to go. I'm trying to get through these quick. Here's top 25. What do we see? What do we like? Houston's back. They brought him back. 14-11, number. They respected the win over Arizona.
This is despicable. An 11-win team in my top 25. Despicable. At least McNeese is back. Chicago's going back up. I think Chicago, even without a tournament win, conference championship, I think they're in.
Probably. I
West
think
Virginia might
they're
just,
good.
yeah, in my top 25, I'm a voter.
West Virginia is flaming out right now. They're 2-6 since starting
How you
17 and
guys gonna
0.
let Michigan State be ahead of you?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Syracuse moving up. They're 13 now. I feel like they came out of nowhere. Pitt moves all the way back up to 10. Virginia's back up to 2. Duke falls to 6. UConn dropped to 21. Arkansas dropped. And ooh, oh woof. Big time matchup in the ACC, but Virginia made no mistake. Jamar Mason went off.
Any relation to Camille Mason?
No relation,
No relation.
but Neil has shouted him out. 30.
I
Oh
just
my
want
god.
to make this
38,
clear
8
because
and
any
4,
Mason
bro.
is
Ugh.
properly claimed.
That is a big time performance.
Uncle Ruckus, no relation. If you know, you know.
Oh my. Has Houston gotten their swagger back? Are they back?
I definitely think they do have their swagger back.
That's another big win against the number 4 team again, second week in a row. Samuel Montandan and Paris Ryan both at 22. Houston could be dangerous. Watch out. Man, Wisconsin's so good. Michigan's first home loss of the year. They got shut down. They shut the water off on them. How we feeling about the Badgers? They are 25 wins in a row, by the way.
Special team.
First year coach Mark Reinhold has this team buzzing. Joe Litsky and Jaden
They're a
Witherspoon.
buzzsaw, bro. They're just that good.
And we're at entering the final week. Here's top 25. Loyola back up to 15, so they're back where they started. This
Michigan
stream at.
State still holding on. McNeese State, special team, 25-2. Louisville is finally ranked. Okie State fell down 5. UCLA starting to trend, downwards. Houston only up 2. Loyola Chicago back where they started at the beginning of the stream.
Purdue's up to 14. USC's in the top 5. Kansas is in Kansas top 4.
UConn goes
Michigan
up.
didn't get punished very much for the Wisconsin loss. I'm kind of surprised
Where
by that.
the
They got cooked.
UNC is not a good program. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yeah, UNC. It's been struggle bus for them this year. We'll check standings once I'm done with this. Oh wow! I think Auburn's already clinched the SEC regular season title, so they're kind of have their foot off the gas, but still.
Giving some life to Tennessee, but that's not gonna help Tennessee tournament.
Franklin Baker, he's a really good defensive player. He also had a good offensive game. Ethan Bennett, 13 and 10. Tennessee just had a much better game on the glass. Oh man, big up. Yo, Miami kind of come out of nowhere. Syracuse is riding high, but not so much anymore. EJ Butler 22, 6 and 5. Jacob Hayden 18 and 7. Ryan Caputo had 23 and 7. But Syracuse falls at home. Miami is surging. They have won I don't even know how many. They were kind of mid at the start of this stream, but 18 and 10, that's tournament territory for them for sure. As an at-large, could for sure be one of those. Yo, K-State. That's a big upset. Kansas was rolling for a while. They were on like a 12-game win streak. How we like this rivalry upset in Manhattan? That might be enough to get Kansas State into off the bubble, honestly. Lopez and Uchak both over 20 points. And oh, someone finally got Wisconsin. Purdue gets them in Mackey, snapping a 28-game win streak, which is crazy. Wisconsin's still going to be the 1 seed in the Big Ten. Eddie Wiggins had a solid game. Looks like Wisconsin just finally just wasn't the best team on the court. Looks like I think Purdue was just the better team this time. But 28 and 2, will they even drop out of number 1? They'll drop them to 2. This is the end of the regular season, y'all. We're here. Here's the last AP poll until pre-conference tournaments. What are we thinking? Virginia up to number 1, Wisconsin to 2. Pittsburgh jumps all the way to 3. So we got 3 ACC teams in the top 4. UCLA jumps all the way up to 10. UConn's up to 9. Houston's, yeah, they've been winning. They're up to 14 at 19-11. That's a little rich. Louisville up to 16. Kansas State is in the top 25 at 19. So yeah, they're definitely off the bubble if they're ranked. Gonzaga creeps back in. Vanderbilt creeps back in. I'm not really sure why they're here, to be honest with you. West Virginia is still in the top 25, but man, they have fallen off hard. 4-9 end of the season since starting 17-0 is crazy. Don't let Gonzaga get hot. And that is all the slides I have. So we're gonna reset that, and we're gonna go to the vault. Have all my top 25 shit here, and we're gonna check standings. Final standings.
Motherfucker made a slide to say it's all over. Let's see. Memphis, the one for the American. I feel like we haven't really talked about Memphis this much this season.
They've been quiet. Honestly, they haven't really gotten ranked, so I haven't.
The American
really.
East is just going to be really 2 teams. Maybe New Hampshire due to having 17 wins, but I think it's Vermont to lose. Lipscomb. Oh, Florida Gulf Coast. That might be my prediction for that conference, actually.
How do you feel about Nova Southeastern, 3rd place in their
I'm
first year?
happy. My coach, one of the youngsters, the Sharks. What an inspirational season from an inspirational man.
Loyola does end up finishing first in the A10.
California, so terrible. A10 is gonna be a gauntlet, bro. Bro, look at top 8. Even Duquesne. Look at Duquesne, bro. 19-11. It's not an easy conference.
Yeah, no. I would have been so impressed if they actually did go unbeaten.
ACC, Wake Forest was the worst team.
Virginia ended up being the number 1 in the ACC. We'll tie with Pittsburgh, but Virginia got the 1 seed here. Duke
North
finishes 3rd.
Carolina.
North Carolina was
mid.
so mid. 8th place, 10-10.
As a North Carolina fan, do you think y'all should fire y'all's coach, David?
Roy Williams Jr.,
As a
get
fan.
him the hell out of here. SMU, they were predicted to finish last, so considering all that, it's a decent season for them. Man, Cal, gotta be better. I mean, what do you call this? It is mid. 17-3, like, you gotta be better than that. This is not acceptable at North Carolina.
It's not slander. It's asking as a fan. Y'all got in the blood.
How we feel about the
Standards
Big
must be
12?
upheld.
Arizona State ended up getting first place. This conference was so competitive. Number 1 team had 5
1, 2.
losses.
5 teams. No, 6 teams ranked. And you just have Utah just crammed in between all those top 25 teams.
They've been borderline top 25 most of the season, so
East.
if they do
it's
well,
Big East is just UConn's to lose.
yeah, I don't really see. I mean, Creighton maybe. Everyone else, I just don't really take all that seriously.
Big Sky is gonna be a tricky one.
Yeah, look at that. Look how tight it is at the top. He's
4
top
conference
4.
deep.
Both Montana schools, Weber and Eastern Washington. Rip Northern Arizona. Utah Tech was also shit. Big South. Radford actually ended up finishing 4th in their conference. It's like these 4 and then the rest of them suck. Who would you take?
I gotta see records. I'm still a Radford fan. I have to be.
All right, Big Ten. This one was fun. Wisconsin was really, really good this year.
Rutgers was really, really bad, but with a huge win.
Michigan still finished 3rd despite some pretty ugly losses later in the year. It's a good year for them.
I just noticed the Big West is just California schools and then Utah Valley.
Yeah, basically.
That's funny. That just hurts my brain just seeing that, like, despicable.
Got the CAA. This one's also ultra competitive. Best team had 7 losses in conference. Towson. What do we think here? This one, I don't even know. Anybody, basically anybody here could actually win the conference tournament. I wouldn't count anyone out, to be honest.
Towson.
Conference USA.
UNC Wilmington. They're winning it all.
New Mexico State looks like the runaway favorite here. I don't.
The only competition would be Jacksonville
really
State, but New Mexico State, they ran through theirs.
Horizon League. Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Wright State tied, but Fort Wayne's going to get the 1 seed.
Oakland, just mid. Perfect.
Oakland was looking kind of bad before the second half sim. They turned it around. Finished respectively.
I just see this being Cleveland State. I've seen this story too many times with them.
Ivy League. Yale finishes 1st by quite a bit. Although Penn and Princeton are teams I think could give them a challenge. Despite Princeton going 500, I think they're quality.
I gotta see who took the 2 L's off of
the MAC.
Yale. 2
teams at the top. Rest of them, I don't think have a ton of chance to win here.
Quinnipiac and Iona. Yeah, these conference challenges. These conference championships. It's going to test people's skill.
And the MAC. Buffalo was in the lead for a while, but Bowling Green has been surging late in the season. They couldn't quite steal the 1 seed, but they are the hottest team in the MAC. Ball State I'd give a fair shot to, but I think these top 2 are clearly the best teams. Alright, see you, Nick. MEAC. Morgan State, I mean, they have to win it, right? It has to be them, right? Who else could it be?
Yeah. Coppin State, no.
Missouri Valley, Northern Iowa absolutely dominated in the conference.
I think
year.
it's there. So Evansville has a shot. No, they don't. How do we feel that Hawaii leads the mountain?
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by their season. Although I'd say any of the top 4 could probably win. Honestly, maybe Nevada. They had a stretch where they were winning a lot, but they're very streaky.
NAC is poetic, just looking at it. The contrast between the 2 coaches, for Central Connecticut and Wagner. The styles clashing. Poetic, don't you think, Shane? Just between those 2 schools.
Should they meet in the championship?
That would bring back good memories. But there's no Spike Jennings to destroy Wagner.
OVC, I think Martin and Moorhead State are the only ones that really have a shot here. Everyone else is super inconsistent. Yeah, they might be. I forgot to put Gonzaga's little 25 here. There, now you know that they're ranked. Pac-12, how do we feel about this?
San Diego State's just a sleeper. Not in the sense of sleeper, they're just not well respected. That's how I'm seeing it.
Patriot League, Bucknell, and Navy are at the top there. Honestly, I don't really have a feel on who would win that. SEC, Auburn really like coasted. They, I think they lost like 3 straight to end the regular season, but I still trust them the most here.
Oklahoma's so bad, man.
We should not South Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know. There wasn't really much excellence in the SEC outside of Auburn.
The SoCon. Chattanooga. Stanford might give them a fit, though, if they meet.
This conference could be interesting. I see upset potentials here. Southland, McNeese is overwhelming favorites here. For obvious reasons.
Respectable season from Stephen F. Austin, New Orleans.
Summit League, North Dakota State finished first here. But any of the top 5, I think, have a shot to win it because Omaha is like the leading scorer in the nation on their team. Very volatile.
Arkansas State. I'm looking at the Sun Belt. Arkansas State with a 21 season. Same with Georgia Southern.
La Tech finished first. Yeah, East Texas A&M, by the way, they're the worst team in the nation. 1-29. Yikes.
Who's gonna save them?
I don't know. SWAC, Bethune-Cookman is at the top here. I think any of these top 4 could probably win. And Braden, look who finished first in the UAC.
Hey, they fixed their record.
Honestly, them and Tarleton are the only ones I think can win it this year.
UTA fixed their record. Yeah.
And then in the West Coast, Santa Clara.
I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna be so hard with some of these conferences, bro. West Coast is gonna be a tough one. Upsets exist.
Santa Clara and Loyola Marymount. I would predict those 2 make it to the title game, but Pacific's been like weirdly good. So maybe they have something to say about that. St. Mary's is also, they've struggled this year, but I still believe in their pedigree. Alright, I think I can show you guys the conference tournament brackets now. We're just looking at UConn here. Oh yeah, also...
Can we do it in a stream request?
I'm gonna do that later, in like a separate stream. I just want to show you guys the brackets here. Alright, so here's the America East.
Ooh, Vermont's on a 7-game win streak. That actually might be important. So you gonna do challenges for all of these, or you just
you're just gonna pick a winner for every. Yeah, this game does something weird where the 2s should be over here and the 3 should be down here.
So how many challenges are you making?
No, I'm not. It's a Google form. You just pick a winner.
Okay, I was about to be like, bro.
No, I'm not. No. I'm only doing challenge for like March Madness. You got me fucked
yeah,
up.
I'm like, oh my god, you madman. There's like 20 conferences. I'm like,
got me fucked up. All right, so that's the American ASUN. I'm just gonna go through these pretty quick. Can look back at them in VOD. Dayton should be over here. It does that for some of these.
Yeah, North, Southeast. How often is a coach move here? Could you have your coach take another job?
My guy I play if the job opening makes sense, I'd consider having my guy leave Lafayette.
Okay.
As long as it makes sense. I'm not gonna be like job hopping like every 2 years or whatever unless it really makes
Because
sense.
I'm like, if North Southeastern one, I'm like, ooh, that could be some consideration. Not saying I'm moving, but you know what I
I
mean.
said all the custom coaches to have like low ambition, so they shouldn't be in a hurry to move.
Unless we make the move.
Big 12. Got the full 16. Big East. UConn's to lose. Big Sky. This one's gonna be crazy.
16 teams make the Big 12.
Yeah, everybody.
See, this is what happens when you allow participation and run rampant.
All right. Big South. This one will be interesting. I think if any of these top 4 teams lose in the first round, we got a problem. Big 10. Wisconsin gets the lone bye. Big West. CAA. These William Mary's over here, Monmouth's down here. It fixes itself once you actually play the first round and have them in their correct places on the bracket, but it's just weird like that. Conference USA. New Mexico State. Very big favorites there. Horizon League. Oakland gets a first round game against Northern Illinois. That should be a win. Northern Illinois is very bad. Ivy League. Simple 8-team tournament. The MAC in the East. These two obviously move. Iona and Quinnipiac I feel like are destined to meet. The MAC. I really like Bowling Green personally. I don't know if anyone feels differently. I feel like they're gonna run out of juice here at like the worst possible time. MEAC, Morgan State's been the best team here. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't win. Missouri Valley's Northern Iowa's to win. Like they have to. They've been so dominant. Mountain West. NEC. CCSU gets Stonehill to open. Wagner gets Chicago State. Ohio Valley. Patriot League. SEC. Imagine Auburn loses to South Carolina. Chattanooga and Samford get the buys in the SoCon. Southland, McNeese is like they gotta win. I think they'd probably be at large worthy if they don't, but still you gotta close it out. Summit League. NDSU versus North Dakota in round 1. This will be a good game. Kansas City and Omaha. Sunbelt, ODU should be over here. SWAC. This could go a lot of different ways, honestly. West Coast, Santa Clara and Marymount. Favorites over there. Pac-12. Colorado State versus Fresno State. And last but not least, the UAC. UTA's got North Alabama to open. What you think, Braden?
It's ours to lose.
Alright, that is it for the recap. I'll probably stream again in probably like a couple hours to do the request stream, and then I'll start simming again, get these done. Alright, thanks to everyone for watching. Peace.